Hey guys, invincibill11 here. This video I'm basically going to go over what it takes to really build a good clan. I do know there are several other videos out, of other famous or infamous Clash of Clans YouTubers, but basically I kind of wanted to give my opinion on it, on my side of things since I've started playing Clash of Clans. I've only been really hardcore with Clash of Clans for actually almost about a year now total. Um, and I've kind of learned a lot, at least in the clan dynamics, since I started playing Clash before Clan Wars had came out, and then Clan Wars came out, and things kind of changed a little bit. So I'll get into that in a little bit. And I also wanted to go over the updates that they're going to be making for the clan setups. I don't really have like an official view for like the release or haven't tested anything out, but at least some stuff that I had seen. You probably had seen some information on Facebook, but I'm kind of going to go through what that information actually is, what to look forward for this new coming update with Halloween coming up, and that should be fun all by itself as well. So the first update they're going to do is just an informative update for the clan settings, where basically you get two more options now. You get to put war frequency in there. The options, I believe, are once a week, twice a week, all the time, or never. So you can change the war frequency. That way when someone's looking for a clan or looking at a clan, they can tell how often they actually war. That kind of also gives you a better understanding for when you're facing another clan, basically how serious they are about clan wars. So if you go up against a clan that's got 5 wins, except they war once a week, it means they're kind of serious about their wars if that's what they put on for their war frequency. The second point would be the clan location. Basically, that's just to show you, what country the origin is for the clan. A lot of people go into global and they just see, a clan name that looks somewhat familiar or popular or something like that. And basically, they just jump into a clan to find out that, it's a different language and it's, a different ball game from there. So that should help out a lot for that, for cutting that back a little bit. The next update that they're going to also do for the clan information is a clan tag. And this basically stemmed from having, popular clan names, whether it's Mega being the #1 clan, at least for some time now, or something else that's just popular, whether it's from a YouTube channel, what have you. It's difficult to try and find a clan, if you're trying to refer people to your specific clan if it's a popular one. So now they've added in this clan tag feature, which is just going to help you search to find the exact clan you're looking for. So this is going to be unique to each individual clan, and it's just going to help be able to get direct people to your exact clan when they're looking for it. Alright, now what I'll go over are some of the more successful attributes I've noticed, when it comes to building a clan. So as you may know, our clan name is High Noon JBW. Basically, it was founded by Johnny, myself, Bill, and Worley, so that's where the JBW comes from. Originally, we came from a different clan that basically had, a lot of players, and then some of the leaders or co-leaders were, active at first, and then, some people just fall off. It can become a grind. It takes a certain person, to be on all the time, raiding like crazy, upgrading their stuff. As you can see in here, our donations for several members, in the thousands plus, even though we're actually a week into this season, but for only having, 14 players or so, you're donating 1,000, 2,000 each. I know I'm kind of a hog in this video, so, don't scold me for that, but I do a lot of rating. And basically, when you have upper management or when you have, co-leaders and leaders that aren't on or active as often, it can become a burden for the rest of the players, especially once Clan Wars came out, that it became especially a burden. Just having, high level players, in our last clan, our leaders were the higher level players, and if they're not active or not attacking in war, it just becomes crippling. Even though they're donating, it doesn't get you 100% of what you need, because you need them to fight their own battles as well, because you get matched up, not 1-for-1 level wise to another clan, but you get matched up 40v40. You expect hopefully the higher guys to at least cover their own weight, because sometimes you're just outmatched for sure, at least on the bottom end of the scale. So basically, that's kind of one of the things you want to watch out for are inactive, especially higher players, depending on if you like to war or not. If you don't like to war, then that's up to you. If you want to stay in the clan, then that just means, less donations are going to be coming your way if you have a lot of inactive players. We're kind of a serious war clan, so we try to keep our numbers, in the 20 or less range, preferably, 15 or 10 for our wars. It just becomes more manageable. I'll also talk about like our war strategy a little bit, or at least what I've noticed works as a war strategy, in just a little bit. But basically, for being a war clan, you want to kind of have everybody around the same level because you'll find that once you get matched up, they really don't. The metrics for matching up clans isn't something published. It's just like a random algorithm. They do take certain things into consideration. You're not going to get matched up against like Town Hall 2s or Town Hall 5s if you're where we're at. They do have other considerations in there, but if you do have lower level players, if you have a couple hundreds up top, and then the rest are 50s, you can get matched up against like an all 90 clan, and then they're just going to destroy you because your 50s can't do anything against them, and your top guys can only cover so many attacks. So you want to kind of have, a balanced level, clan if possible. If you have obviously more players, you can have more of a gambit, of levels in your clan. But we like to stick to a smaller clan, around the same levels. It just helps with everyone pulling their own weight. All right, so just on to our next point, where basically you want to look at the person's statistics. Whether you find them in global or they send an invite to your clan, you always, always, always want to check out their statistics. So, starting from the top and working our way down, attacks 1. You want to see if, how often they raid throughout the week. If it's, the Monday that season's just started up, you can't expect that number to be very high. If you're a week in, 137 is kind of high for myself. I'm on, the wall grind right now, but, just a decent number should be in there that they raid, enough to have an idea of what they're dealing with. Um, Achievement wise, you want to look at Gold Grab and Elixir Escapade. Basically, those two give you a good idea of how well they know how to raid. There are people out there that are gemmers that have an indispensable amount of money and they just buy everything, and that's fine. As long as they know how to raid. I mean, the bottom line is you want players that are going to be on your team, whether they're donating or you're maybe primarily just a war clan. They have to know how to attack, and that's one of the things you want to look at for personal experiences. You want to look at their Gold Grab, Elixir Escapade, and the Dark Elixir. Going through here, Friend in Need, that's another important one. It just basically shows you, does that person are they a team player? Are they gonna donate you troops when you need them? Just looking at that statistic alone will give you a good idea of how well they donate. If you have a level 140 person that wants to join your clan, but their friend in need is 1,000, I mean, sure, it's going to look good to have them in your clan, but the bottom line is they're going to probably end up being greedy and not giving you what you want unless they gemmed up to be 140 and they just started the game or whatever. Heroic Heist is the other statistic there. And then the last thing, if you're a war clan, you want to look at their war hero stats and their spoils of war. Spoils of war, not so much. So, that's just a subjective one based on whether people leave their loot in the clan castle, if they forget to pull it out, after war or whatever. But that's just based on when you collect your gold out of your clan castle after a clan war. So, that number can be low if people leave them in there for a while because it's only a 5% loss per attack if someone does fully rated. So that number is biased, but the war hero stars are really what you want to look at. It kind of gives you an idea depending on what level they are, and actually at this point, it just gives you a general idea of how well they do in wars overall. 287's high, but we have hired our clan. I think our number one person right now is Tim. Just to give Tim a plug, he's at 370 war hero stars. So. That's very high. He knows what he's doing for war, and and that's respectable. So just keep an eye on those kind of statistics when you're looking for players out in global or when someone goes to join your clan. All right, and just the last couple of tips. Don't expect too much from clan members that join your clan, whether they're brand new or they've been there for an extended period of time. Everyone's different when it comes down to playing Clash of Clans. Some people go hardcore. Some people, just do it for fun on the weekends or, every now and again during the days. Keep in mind it depends on, how comfortable the clan is already with each other, and just having someone new join in, you can't expect them to just donate, something crazy all day. Like you can't just request golems and then when they're not able to, donate them to you, then you just bitch them out or kick them out or something like that. You kind of have to be a little bit reasonable, especially if there are lower town hall levels that are working their way up, try and work with them. Try and be more open. Just say, hey, save your elixir for now. When you bump up to Town Hall 8, you can start giving out level 5 troops or something like that. And the second thing is when you're out seeking a clan, you got to look for red flags. And this should be pretty obvious for most people, but for other people, when you're out there looking for clans, you're gonna see a whole range of different people out in global. I mean, it can be crazy or it can be, super chill global. But basically, the biggest thing you want to look out for, above all, is just clans that are offering to give out co-leader, basically to anyone that joins them, even if they're a higher level. Like, even if it's a level 140 champion they see and they're like, oh, join our clan, we'll give you co-leader. I mean, there are people out there that are just trolls and they'll be like, oh, okay, I'll join this clan, and depending on how serious the clan is, they're just going to go get co-leader and just kick everybody out of it. And, it's easy to recover from that. They do have the feature and where you can just go to someone's profile and just invite them back in, but it's really just a pain. And in my opinion, it's just something to look out for and try and stay away from. And one last thing, just to talk about the dynamic of the clan itself. Um, our clan works very well with us having basically 3 leaders or 1 leader at a time because you can't have 3 leaders and 2 co-leaders, and that's just to kind of keep an eye on everybody, give or take when everyone's mostly active. Um, so you kind of want to keep like a good ratio like that. I mean, we're like a 1 to 3. So if you have a clan of say 45 people, you really probably don't want 15 co-leaders, but I would say to have at least 5, if not a little bit more. Try to keep it to at least a 1 to 10 ratio. That way, when clan wars end, someone else can be on to start it up. If you have to kick people out that are causing problems or whatever. I mean, people have bad days, so sometimes people just need to take a break from the game or whatever. Just try and be as respectful as you can to all your other clan members, in times like that. And just make sure you trust the people that you end up giving co-leader to, because basically they have all the same responsibilities of a leader except for, disbanding the clan. So, they can edit any of the options, they can kick out, other elders and stuff. They can't kick out co-leaders. That's the only thing the leader has the advantage for. But basically, yeah, that's about it for this video. If you guys have any questions or any content you guys want to see as far as, you know, how clans are designed or clan wars for us, or I mean anything like that, we see we're up to 45 war wins now, so that's a pretty good thing. I'm hoping to keep that streak up. Looking forward to that big 50. Um, be sure to leave your questions below and like and comment and subscribe to the channel. And above all, clash on.